Hey, welcome back everyone, Jayborino here, continuing StarCraft Replicant, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2, created by Hultmanable. This is the epilogue, map 10, A Friend Long Lost. Don't finish the first objective too early. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm not sure what context that is in, but we will see soon enough. We discovered John Raynor, Jim Raynor's son, I think it's his son, remnant of Shakuras 2 months later, in an old Dominion ghost facility where he was kept prisoner. Greeting, Executor. Glad you could make it. This is a cool cutscene, how we're like in the remains of planet Shakuras. The same to you, Vorazun. When I heard you located Cybros to the remnant of Shakuras, I had come. Corellia's got a new portrait. I like it. Yes, but our mission is not to infiltrate Cybros directly. It is not? No, my agents have captured a purifier and with the help of Karax disabled it without doing damage to it. Karax, please explain more. I'm honored to meet you, Executor. I've heard much about you. This purifier is of an adept model. I believe it is called Rallis. Oh, that's the title of the mission, A Friend Long Lost. Rallis, could it be? I know her. What must we do? We have to send a transport to pick it up so we can bring it back to Aiur for studying. Perhaps we can learn more about this virus. Yeah, we gotta save the purifiers. It will be done. It's been like 2.5 years the purifiers have been infected and controlled by the Replicant. We should hurry. My warriors are cut off from us. With constant attacks from the Zerg, I do not know how long they will last. They got a good force there, and there's some Dark Templar. The Zerg? And the purifiers. Yes, it seems the purifiers have found a way to control them. That's what the Replicant was talking about last mission. This is ill news indeed. Warp harmonization, give it to me. Stargates and robo facilities can transform to utilize warp technology. Warp and cooldowns are 20% faster. Very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of probes. Even though we already have some. Let's get our geysers set up. Warp prism. Bring a warp prism to the location of the purifier to extract it. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. It looks like maybe air units is going to be the name of the game. I'm not sure. If that's the case, I might just want to get shields right away. We have one carrier. Was this supposed to be a hero carrier? I'm not sure. But it does have repair drones, which means, yes, we want to try to get as many carriers as possible. So I see now it's saying, don't complete the first objective too early. We may want to try to build up first. There's an opportunity. There's a base up here that we could try to take. It's too bad they don't have a probe to try to take this. And it's really just about how long they can last. So what I'm going to do is build up my force as if I'm ready to go and pick them up, and then just build up as much as possible. That's what I'm going to do. So, as usual, when it comes to mass air missions, gas is always going to be your big holdup. So I think what I'm going to do is saturate my gas very, very early. Let's take my carrier and look around this little platform. So this is the epilogue, and I wonder if the fact that we found John Raynor is going to come into a factor, if that was just a neat little lure tidbit. Yeah, there's definitely no connection here. We're going to have to use air units. And carriers, it's going to be carriers. Let's see if there's a base to take down here. Another question is, will the enemy be attacking us? Okay, and it's possible because it said, you know, don't complete the first part too early. That to me means there's probably... What was that? Oh, I thought I saw something. I saw the red over here, and I thought it was us being signaled that we were getting attacked, and I was wrong. All right, so I might go double cybercore. Minerals obviously going to be an issue. Really tempting to just destroy this forge, build a new one somewhere else, and get another nexus to have more efficient mining. The way that these minerals are set out, there's a lot of money here. It's just we have to. I'm just going to keep saturating this base. Okay, so the enemy is coming in with roaches. Oh, they do have overseers. I was going to say, if they're not bringing overseers, these Dark Templar are going to have no problem. What's nice is it seems like... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, it seems like the Nerazim units do leash to an extent, so they should be pretty safe for a while. Not enough minerals there. Let's go ahead and get our cyber core. Do I want to get double? Very tempting to just go double cyber so I can get all the upgrades quickly. We need a fleet beacon if we want to get past level 1 anyway, I think, unless that's been changed. Because I know, like, in the campaign of Legacy of the Void, there were no building. It was just based on what mission you were on. If you were far enough into the campaign, you could get +2. You didn't have to get the Templar Archives. You didn't have to get the Fleet Beacon. I don't think. Now I'm having second thoughts, and I'm really paranoid that I'm completely wrong. Again, the fact that we have repair drones, I feel like is going to make this significantly easier. I don't want to sound cocky about that, but very possibly this won't be too bad. Also very tempting to see if there's a Zerg base over here and we want to wipe it out before we bring the Warp Prism. I'm not sure. Let's do this. And we need pylons. Whoopsie daisies. Let's go ahead and set up at least one. We don't have enough money for more. But yeah, we can saturate these minerals a lot more. There's a lot of patches here. And we're far away from most of them too, so that could make a big difference. We'll start level 2 here pretty soon. Actually, I probably should set up some defense. Are they going to be coming in with Mutalisks or something? Any news about John Rayner? I'm glad that this wasn't just forgotten. That's what I was worried about. Not much. Admiral Horner reported that Rayner is recovering on Core Hall. What's kind of sad is that John Rayner will never get to see his father again, theoretically. I mean, nobody knows what happened to Jim Rayner, but at the end of Brood War it said, Jim Rayner has not been heard from since. It wasn't that he was never heard from again. At the end of the epilogue of Legacy of the Void, it said he was never heard from again. So that implies, you know, when you hear they haven't been heard from since, that means, oh, well, they could come back. As opposed to not heard from since, which is like, okay, well, they're just gone for forever. Not heard from again. That's just they're forever gone. The fact that we have warp harmonization should help get these carriers out a little faster, so that's good. Nerazim, it looks like they're in really good shape. It's just these Zerg attacks really aren't doing any impactful damage to any of these buildings, especially because there's warp shield batteries. So unless the Zerg attacks ramp up, these guys can theoretically hold on forever as long as the shield batteries don't run out of energy. That's kind of the indication for me that they're going to be in major trouble. Let's go ahead and get a robo facility now so that we can get that warp prism when we really need it. Okay, and let's save some money so we can get +2 going right away. We should be able to get +3. I think we could get it in previous missions when we were playing on the Tal Darim missions, so we should be fine. Okay, +2, gonna be starting here pretty soon. We're gonna have +2 shields finishing up. I'm spending a lot of money on upgrades. This might be a mistake. There's not that much cash here. I've noticed one thing with this campaign, one thing people may have noticed. Ooh, we can get arbiters too. We're gonna get probably 1 or 2 of those because they can cloak us. You may have noticed is that it seems like the upgrades, not the upgrades, the mineral patches run out a little faster. I think maybe because they come with like the standard amount of minerals, like if they're all 1,500 when you start, which is relatively low. I think, you know, some campaigns they might bump that up so that you don't have to expand really fast. I'm gonna go ahead and get a warp prism just so that we don't have to worry about getting it at another point in time. I'm also gonna get an arbiter early so it can generate some energy. I might want to get another one too, because we have the gas saved up, and we want to have 2 arbiters, and then they can build up some energy. I never built these in the campaign, so it's kind of cool to have one now. Oh yeah, give me that cloak. Even though the enemy has overseers, but you know, it's fine. Let's just go ahead and get even more probes. We can always move them. We can always ferry them. I see. So here's the large attack. If I have to, I'll send over this warp prism. Let's quick save now, in case we need to cover the warp prism. So the Zerg attacks definitely are ramping up. So let's move the warp prism over here. In fact, no, come back, because they're going to survive this attack, but they probably won't survive the next one. There is a Dark Archon. We want to see some mind control here. They won't survive the next attack. Almost without a doubt, they won't. Ah, pylons. This is the bad time for pylons. Okay, let's do that. +3 is a possibility here pretty soon. I want to bring a probe with me so that we can set up a base over on the left side if necessary. Then I'm going to move it over here. I feel bad because we could have gotten these fellows way earlier. It's just there was a tooltip that said don't don't pick them up too early. And so a lot of the Nerazim are going to die because I'm prolonging this probably longer than it needs to be, unfortunately. With the expectation that we're going to be getting attacked at some point, let's get some cannons. Because the Zerg are probably going to turn their attention to us. Yeah, let's get some photon cannons in the fire. No problem. And let's get another pylon up here. Just waiting for my Stargates to come up. And basically, when we see another huge Zerg attack coming in, what I could also do is build the carriers and then just leave them over there. Again, here's what I can do. Do this and then set up my own defense. Will it let me? It will. So I can make a pylon over here, which also means that I can warp in units. I mean, I can do phasing mode and then warp in carriers over here. Let's go ahead and move these fellows over. And carrier. And, oh yes, good job with the confused. Good job with the confused, Dark Archon. I was waiting for you to help out. Good work. All right, so we're able to hold on here, and we've got 2 more carriers coming across the way with the repair drones. So the repair drones, I don't think those work on buildings, do they? Mechanical units. Hey, you know what? We held on, though. That was really cool. And I'm thinking now's the time. I'm going to quick save just in case something bad happens, and let's go ahead and move the warp prism over. Ah, so we gain control. Good. Let us load Rallis and bring her to Aiur. Wait, Executor. The readings are off the scales. It seems that the energies of Securus are becoming unstable. Should you bring her back into transport, the safety cannot be guaranteed. Then I will bring her through the Zerg and the Purifiers. Okay, so now it's destroy the enemy bases. Are you sure? The risk is considerable. Not with like 12 carriers, it's not, Vorazun. Yes, I'm sure. Prepare my warriors for combat. So we set up some cannons back home in case they decide to get squirrely and attack us with Mutalisks. Take my warriors that remain. They will serve you well. The Purifiers have built bridges to connect parts of Shakuras. They are unpowered for now. If you bring the Purifier there, I can use her as a relay and restore power. Well, we shouldn't really need the bridges. What about Rallis? Is she offline? She is offline, is she not? I'm making up sentences. Yes, the only thing I can do from this distance is making her move from one spot to another. Maybe I can enable some of her combat system, but you will have to protect her on the way there. I will start her up in 1 minute. Oh, I see. So we can't control her. She's just going to go, I think. Very well. So let's get some more carriers in, and we'll get some Dark Templar to the Purifier. Okay, set up the base. Set up this base. The way that the minerals are set up kind of reminds me of Brood War, which I think is really neat. Carriers and carriers. The Purifier. Carrax has reprogrammed the Purifier to move back to your main base. Due to the limited time, Carrax only got the Purifier to move itself. The Purifier is there. The Purifier is uncommandable. However, it will attack. If attacked, it will defend itself. Very cool. Let's get +3. Let's get a Dark Shrine. I mean, I did quick save in case this was going to be an issue, and it looks like it's going to be. Let's go ahead and get a bunch more gateways. Even another one is fine, so that we can warp. We're going to have to warp in ground units. A bunch of carriers, of course, is going to be really, really wonderful. But the issue... Starting her up now, Executor. The issue is that she's going to... She's on the ground alone. So that's going to cause problems. She's very, very slow, though, so this should be okay. Let's see. I guess we can get some sentries to heal her. Oh, my carriers will heal her too. Oh, no, she's not. She's light and biological. She's not mechanical. I thought maybe as a purifier she would be, but she's not. That's okay. I mean, we'll build a little bit of everything at this point. So she's moving out. Let's take our units and see what we can do. Where's my warp prism? Is it in here? Do I have the warp prism still? It is here. So warp prism, move on up. We're gonna get some Dark Templar. Not enough Vespene. We've got the carriers. These are Avengers, so they're not invulnerable or anything, but they will stay alive for quite a significant period of time. Let's go ahead and start getting more probes. And we need to get gas set up. I think normal zealots are the name of the game. Here comes what's her name? That's right, what's her name? So this is pretty cool. All right, she has low shields, so we have no means of restoring her shields quickly, but I'm gonna bring this warp prism with me so I can reinforce my units. Okay, which direction is she going is the question. So I just want to get more and more and more and more ground units. We have the air units. I don't have the gas really to reinforce them, but we will soon. It's really just about getting ground units to stop her from getting attacked as she moves. All right, looks like this is the only way to go. So these Zerg attacks don't seem super problematic. I'm probably going to want to get... Well, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to get an observer, but I can warp one in at any time with my warp prism. Also, they don't follow on part of my F2, which, because I'm really lazy, well, okay, we can just have it follow my carrier instead. And we should be good here. We can make Colossi too, which I would love to do. Anti-air might be a problem, but, you know, with the Arbiters, I think the Arbiters were a good choice. I really think so. Okay, let's go ahead and put more on gas. There we go. That should do it. Rallis is still moving along. Let's move the warp prism up. Right there is fine, and we're just going to keep making zealots. Okay, and there's swarm hosts too, so I think making the observer was the right choice. Or having an observer was definitely the right choice. We can get some more Dark Templar, I suppose. Well, I don't really have the gas to do that, so I probably should just avoid it. I should save my gas. Should get upgrades. Upgrades, ground upgrades. We are 333 in the air, though, which is just nuts. Should be more than we could ever need. There's a constriction here. This might be where Rallis is trying to go. It is. Yeah, there's a beacon right there. So that's where Rallis is attempting to go. Where is she? Very, very slowly making her way across. So she gets caught in my F2, which is fine. Maybe she should just be neutral, because we can't control her anyway. Okay, so this is going well. It's really just waiting for gas. The geysers here are mined out completely. We have a lot of probes over there, but there's really... Oh, they mind controlled the Overseer. Yeah, come on down, Overseer. Follow us around. This is going to extend a bridge. What bridge? This bridge, probably, where the constriction was. Good work, Executor. Give me a minute to restore power to the bridge, then we can continue towards our base. So are we trying to... We're probably going down and around the map to get up here. Be ready for anything, my warriors. The Zerg will surely take this opportunity to attack. I should recall everything. That would definitely break the map. I don't want to try it because I'm not testing right now, but what if I took an Arbiter and moved it back to my base and recalled? Because Rallis is technically my faction. Like, she has a green circle. She's not neutral. She's my unit. So I could theoretically recall her back to base. And that would take the fun out of everything as well, so I'm not going to do that, but... That'd be I'm not gonna do that. What is happening here? Oh! I didn't think that this would happen. Let's get some stalkers. I didn't think the purifiers would attack me. The power's back online. I will order the purifier to start moving shortly. Okay. I might just want to get some extra cannons here. Let's get these guys all the way... Well, okay, let's clump these up. And then let's recall them to me. And then we'll use my extra money to just make a butt ton of cannons to protect me. That should be more than enough, I think, at this point. Okay, oh, she's moving. We gotta go. We gotta get over there. We're getting some gas. What I would really like to do is get more carriers, because carriers, I mean, just get a bunch of carriers, we're gonna be able to just smash through everything. Anything and everything. The reason that I'm keeping things on the ground is so that the enemy attacks me before it attacks Rallis. There's the purifiers. Let's move away and draw it towards us. Oh my god, it's the purifier Colossi too. Those are so scary. They can do so much damage. Kill it, and then move out of the fire. We probably just lost so much. Let's get more zealots. No whirlwind zealots, no centurions. Just zealots. And that's okay. Makes things a little scary. I could come over, I could just grab a probe and come and take this base. Oh, she's up there. Get up there. Okay, parasitic bomb. Let's make sure we keep the, oh, corrosive bile, don't. Executor, I've located a Zerg hive cluster nearby. Should you find time to destroy it? We could get the old pylon located there online. It would strengthen our ability to warp in units on the battlefield. Sure, sure. Okay, let's move on up. Where's Rallis? Okay, we should have time to destroy it. I mean, she's still moving. We just want to stay way ahead of her at this point. Let's just keep going and move up towards this hive and see what we can get done here. We're running short on money. Oh, my Avenger warped back to my Dark Shrine, which I put back here. So, no more Avengers at this point. Okay, let's see if we can move on up and destroy this quickly. I think I'm just going to use the remaining cash that I have to get upgrades, because my Zealots are a large portion of my stuff. Okay, she's way back there. That's fine with me. Let's get up here and destroy this, this hive. Get rid of the lurker den, too. I don't like the idea that there could be lurkers on this map at all. And... oh, I see. There's the pylon right there. She's going down, so we got to get down there soon enough. We got to get down there pretty quick. Okay, so now we have a pylon up here. That's nice. Good work, my warriors. Now it'll be easier to warp in units to the battlefield, and we can take this base, unless the purifiers come and attack me. Okay, let's get down here and save Rallis, because there's nothing over here that can build units that are gonna bother our new pylon. So let's get down here and help her, and now we can warp in units over here. I needed to take this base because I need more mineral income for sure. Okay, and this amount of stalkers should be good. That, I was gonna say that Spinecrawler doesn't want to attack me. It's because it can't see me because I have arbiters. I do not regret these arbiters for 1 second. Oh god, noxious ultralisks. Okay, oh my god, the repair drones are just so terribly helpful. Broodlords as well. I'm not sure where she is. My stalkers are getting healed by my carriers. I love it so much. Okay. Looking good, and we destroy the constriction, so once she gets to the beacon, we'll have to defend her. And this is, it's not easy. I don't want to say that it's easy or anything like that. This certainly could get tough. Okay, let's do this. We still have this coming up. Here and here. Okay, give me some probes. And let's get another carrier. We can get more arbiters, too. Might want to get Tempests next. 1 or 2 Tempests could be helpful. Very good. Give me a minute to restore power. Of course, be quick, Carrix. So this is very similar to that first mission on Endian, where you have to escort the megalith. That's very similar to what this is, and I like it a lot. It's very, very fun. Here's what I'm gonna do next is get some sentries, which are gonna slowly get killed as they warp in. It seems like, unfortunately. And again, keep in mind we're cloaked. Oh, okay, some Mutalisks back here. So I think I got another arbiter too. Runaway sentries, noxious ultralisks as well. They're attacking my my interceptors. No overseer with this wave, so I think we're very, very safe. This is my overseer, keep in mind. I like how the sentry is trying to double heal the interceptors. That's great. Okay, now we're getting even more income, and I'm going to send a probe up here to take this base next. The power's back online. I will put the purifier to start moving shortly. We can't take that base. There's still creep. We'd have to make some cannons to clear out the creep, which I guess I could do. Okay, let's move across here. Turn off transport mode. Quick save. This could get incredibly challenging all of a sudden. Oh god, so now we're against the purifiers. This might be the last base, though. This may be the final base. Again, keep in mind, we are 333 in the air, and we're about to be +3 attack on the ground. Where's Rallis? You guys need to follow one of my carriers, just in case they have... I don't know what kind of cloaked units they would have, but they might have them. So again, is Rallis cloaked? Will Rallis be cloaked when she's close to us? Let's double check. Yes, because she's technically under our command, so that makes sense. Okay, they're trying to reinforce. Let's just get a bunch of zealots and stalkers and sentries. I can get an Immortal too. Not very necessary. They have little defensive emplacements set up here that could cause me problems. Kadarin monoliths are not great. They might be able to kill some of my arbiters if there's a bunch of them. Ral is still coming up. Let's try to stay ahead of her in case there's another optional objective. All right, focus down the Colossus. Focus it down. Focus it down, and then don't stand in the... Well, my Zealots will stand in the fire, but that's okay. The fire goes away relatively soon. Look at those sentries doing work. I like it. Okay, and then let's go ahead and saturate this gas and this gas. And this is going very well again. I'm noticing my Arbiters are taking hits from the monoliths, but the Arbiters are pretty beefy. They can really take the hits, which is nice. Okay, let's go ahead and phase you. Now that the Colossi are dying, we can get some more Zealots, more monoliths. We'll leave that phased. All right, and we found the next bridge, which is right by our base. All right, so we are almost back to base where our Avengers will be able to reinforce us because they've been waiting at home for quite some time. And we have to defend Rallis through the final enemy attack, which I really don't suspect will cause us problems because I have a bunch of carriers. I mean, when the mission starts, you start with a carrier with repair drones, so I feel like Hultmanable did a great job to tell you, make air units this map. They will be invaluable, and that's what I did. And you really can't lose with a bunch of carriers. And it's really cool because it's also one of the first... It's one of the first maps where I had the opportunity to make a bunch of carriers, which is good. I'm very adamant in I think telling map makers to not make it such that your top-tier air fleets are available early on in the campaign. If you give the player the opportunity to make mass carriers, they're probably going to do it. And the only reason that I don't sometimes is because I'm making videos for people to watch, and mass carriers can be fun, but only occasionally. If you do it every map, if you do it more than 2 maps in a row, nobody wants to watch that. Arguably, more than 1 map is, you know, if you have to space it out is what I'm saying. So the fact that carriers became available and were encouraged to be used here on the final map is really cool. I also really, really like this this idea that we're in the ruins of Shakuras. We're on like small pieces of debris that are left over from Shakuras. Very cool. Just one more bridge. Hold until I can restore the power. Thank you, Carix.
Aiur shall be reclaimed.
And she does some pretty good damage against ground. We will. Soon we can go home. For the Dark Templar, we are home. Oh, very sad. All right, here they come. Oh, and it's Purifiers this time, which makes sense. Oh, my Immortal is still alive. I'm surprised that still made it. Oh, look at those Phoenix. Get out of here. Hey, get out of here. Gonna make some... And Tempests. Oh, those are gonna go straight for her. Hit the Colossi. All right, yeah, this got a little scary there for a second, but we're okay. Arbiters attack with a warp space cannon. Interesting. Yeah, they always had pathetic attacks in StarCraft 1. Again, I've never built a single Arbiter in StarCraft 2. There, the power is back online. I will order the Purifier to start moving shortly. All right, and she just has to make it here, and we can escape. Get over here and... Well, we can't heal her. Do I have any sentries left? We can help with her shields. My Avengers have returned to base. Let's just get my units over here and just camp them right there in case something comes out of nowhere and starts hitting her. She took a lot of damage. She was really from the Colossi. She also has some passive healing, which is very, 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 very nice. Oh, God. Oh, God. Was that supposed to come with the previous attack? Holy shit. Get in there. We should be able to kill this relatively easy. Is it even attacking me? It has a really, really minuscule attack. And the Purifier goes down. It was labeled as a Purifier, not a mothership. So it seems like its health was definitely buffed from a normal mothership, like significantly buffed from a normal mothership, like a multiplayer mothership. And it was called a Purifier, but it did the same amount of damage. It only did like 16 damage, which is relatively small. At last, Rallis, I can bring you home. We will find an answer to this alliance between the Zerg and the Purifiers. There are many more to save. Talendar, I will find you and cure you and your brethren. Corellius did escape. It does not matter. Our queen is growing stronger, and soon she will command the entire swarm. The Master's plan is going as planned. How long until you completed the Twilight Messiah project? It will be finished soon. To be continued? Oh shit, Hultmanable. You're the man. That was a fun campaign. So Replicant is over. Now, one thing, when you go into the mission launcher, you get a little picture of Artanis there, and it says Episode 4, as if to say it's the episode that follows the 3 episodes of the vanilla StarCraft 2 campaigns. So, to me, this means he's planning to make more, which is awesome. Very well-crafted story, and it feels like it really does fit after Legacy of the Void. The way that the story is told, you know, we have a John Raynor now, and I believe he is canon in some fashion. He was mentioned in a previous book. I never knew he was a ghost, but apparently he is real, so including him here to have another Raynor in the story that is not Jim Raynor, there's so much potential there that can be done. We have really cool new characters like Rallis, who's come back from, well, not really come back from the dead. She's been loaded into an adept, so it's kind of like the Talendar equivalent of Phoenix. The original one is gone, but now it's, you know, now it's a different, I don't want to say person. It's a different entity. And this is really cool. I really enjoyed this. So I'm curious to know, because episode 4 is Protoss. I wonder if he's going to follow the same standard as Brood War, whereas episode 4 was Protoss, episode 5 was Terran, and then episode 6 is Zerg. So some questions were left open, like who is controlling the Replicant, who's controlling the Purifiers. Obviously, I assume it's the same person. There's some sort of queen that's regenerating to become Queen of the Swarm. I don't know who that could possibly be. And I wonder if Hultmanable is gonna hold true to StarCraft in the sense that Kerrigan and Raynor, like Jim Raynor, the original Raynor, are gonna be like just gone. They are not coming back, because that felt very final with those two characters. So I don't expect to see them again, but as he continues, I don't know if he's actively working on it, but he's left the door open if he wants to make more. And again, really well-crafted story. I liked this map. The gameplay has been just great. You know, as a small retrospective, there were 1 or 2 missions that could be tweaked slightly with gameplay, but for the most part, I really, really enjoyed them. The Tal'Darim missions, I think I was just complaining about the enemy attacks because they were hitting me from all sides and I was getting a little stressed out, which means that you did a good job with the enemy attacks, because I felt a little stressed with them coming from multiple directions. So that was really cool. I'm trying to think. Mission, whichever one you attack the Dominion Embassy, I think the difficulty on that map needs to be upped significantly. I think that needs to be upped noticeably, because it was very, very easy. The enemy attacks were not small, but I had the opportunity to just make tons and tons of cannons. I don't know, maybe that was just me. I guess anybody, you know, leave your comments, suggestions. If you had, you know, if you found the difficulty on that map comparable, then maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I found that one fairly easy, so that maybe need bumped up a little bit. Mission 8, the very end of Mission 8, those the giant attack waves needs tweaked a little bit, just because the amount of units on the screen could be harmful to people's computers, and they're going to get very, very low frame rate. So there's ways that you can pressure the player with just mobs of ground units and then extra amounts of battle cruisers. Basically, as long as it's a never-ending wave, it'll break through and put pressure on the player and make them worry that they're about to lose. And they'll probably pass at the last second, similar to how I did. So that was very, very well done overall. Great campaign. Tons of potential for a follow-up campaign. Really well done, Hultmanable. So leave your feedback in the comments. I'm sure the map makers, they watch my videos. You know, you leave feedback here, leave feedback on SC2 Mapster. Make sure you play this yourself, and I think you'll enjoy it. This has been JayborinoPlays. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.